Adrian of Adrian Breaks It Down. And I wanted to take a little bit of a different angle on this.
Yeah, when the facts are hazy and the truth is kind of blurred, you need the final word. It's time that you heard. Adrian breaks it down. He breaks it down. Adrian breaks it down. Yeah, breaks it down. Adrian breaks it down for you. Adrian breaks it down.
I want to bring awareness to you. It is July. We are 7 months into this year, okay? And why I highlight that is because I've been talking about the importance of participation in the midterm elections. I've emphasized the necessity in assuring that we're organizing to that end. The reason why it is so vital for people to recognize that if we get anything short of 290 seats in the House and 60 seats in the Senate, we're still screwed. Even if we have one and not the other, we're screwed. Why? Because you can have all the committees, you can have all the accountability, but what you will not have is laws being passed that are intended to unravel some of the shit that Donald Trump passed. It's intended to be damaging the big, beautiful being front of mind. Why it is so important for people to organize independently in your own districts throughout the United States is because the more districts that we win in the general midterm election, the better chances that we have to win a supermajority. 290 seats would be a monumental mountain to climb if we weren't in the situation that we find ourselves now. 67 seats would absolutely be a monumental mountain to climb if we didn't find ourselves in the situation in which we find ourselves now, where you're paying ridiculous for gas, where energy costs are going to be skyrocketing, where you have emails sent to your text messages saying that your phone plans are going to be going up $6 for absolutely no reason, and they're trying to sell you on better benefits when we all know they're not going to be doing that. On your grocery prices exponentially being more expensive. On rent still skyrocketing because the President of the United States didn't want to sign a bill that would make affordable housing priority. He wanted to pass the Safe America Act. So that is the reason we have to assure that we need to start organizing. We have 4 months or less to assure that people understand that the one way to pull back on Donald Trump's power is to us empower ourselves. And that's going to take differences being put to the side and looking at the general future of this country. If we do not organize, we cannot stop him from doing everything that he's done thus far. And I want you to keep in mind that the Republican Party has been lockstep with everything that Donald Trump has done. So, veto proof means Donald Trump can absolutely do nothing to prevent laws that are passed in Congress from being signed into law. He is given the ability to sign them. But should he not want to sign them, you have enough political capital to have that signed into law by Congress because of the supermajority. I don't think that people understand how bad it can get, but I am hoping, heed my words, it can get a lot worse if you do not get involved. And I am talking about involved, not online. Everything that you can possibly do, start doing it. Start organizing in your districts to make sure that if you need transportation for people to vote, that is done. Go help people register to vote. Start voter registration campaigns. Hit the communities that you live in. I'm not telling you to go to communities you don't live in. Go to communities you do live in. Go together with your friends. Go together with your families. Tell your families to organize in the districts that they live in. If you want to help your own families to organize, then do that. We have 4 months to organize in such a way that everyone who's eligible to vote will have the ability to vote. But if you don't think that we find ourselves in an existential danger right now, you haven't been paying attention. I warned against everything that was happening now before the presidential elections. And again, we are living through a situation we shouldn't have to be living through because few people thought that they were going to utilize that situation as a political advantage to change the direction in which the party is going. You were wrong, progressives. You need to convince, not to push down people's throat, your political ideology. I think that more people would lean into it if you would actually go ahead and make it palatable for them to do so. And unless the Democratic Party gets their shit together, we're going to fail this country, and this country's also going to fail itself, because the Republican politicians and the Republican voters, I don't think that they give a shit about what's happening until it directly impacts them. So I'm going to reiterate the following. Midterm elections are the be-all to end all. If you do not see the importance in participating in these elections, then you might as well start preparing for the worst case scenario, because inevitably that is what is going to come, and you would have allowed to happen with your inactions. Damas y caballero, this is not a game. This is serious shit. And we don't have a lot of time to make sure that we organize to prevent whatever Donald Trump is planning. Take me serious? Don't. Whatever happens doesn't rely on one or the other.